Last week, Florida authorities opened a criminal investigation into OpenAI. Investigators reviewing the digital footprint of a student who opened fire on a university campus found a chilling dialogue, a long, detailed conversation log between the shooter and an AI chatbot. Last month, South Africa quietly pulled its first national AI policy. The reason? The public realized the document submitted as a foundation for national law cited research papers that did not exist. Sources were fabricated, authors were hallucinated. At the same time, a peer-reviewed security paper confirmed that hyper-realistic AI swarms, coordinated multi-agent networks posing as ordinary people, are actively operating inside major online communities right now. They are steering conversations and fabricating consensus. We're pushing these tools into our daily workflows rapidly, yet the defensive technology, provenance tracking, identity verification, and security guardrails lags behind the offensive capabilities bad actors are deploying every single day. Acknowledging these active, overlapping threats is a mandatory intellectual baseline. Confronting what the labs, governments, and security researchers are actually wrestling with today is required reading for anyone navigating this space. Take those AI swarms. Unlike traditional bots that spam obvious links, these swarms are fluent, contextual, and emotionally responsive. One agent disagrees gently, another piles on softly, a third changes the subject. Together, they coordinate to steer the narrative without ever triggering a platform's manipulation detectors. Look at OpenClaw. It's an open-source framework letting anyone deploy autonomous agents to run shell commands and control local files on a physical machine. People rush to adopt it, prioritizing speed over safety. A recent security audit found nearly 30,000 instances of these agents exposed on the public internet. Users deployed them without even basic security protocols, leaving their control panels completely accessible to anyone who could find the IP address. Deploying an unsecured agent grants a potential hijacker root-level permissions on your local hardware. This turns a productivity tool into a persistent internal attack vector capable of exfiltrating data or deploying malware from within your own network. Adversaries like nation-states and organized crime groups are actively executing harvest now, decrypt later operations. They siphon and store encrypted internet traffic, bank transfers, medical records, diplomatic cables, waiting for the mathematical tools to catch up. Those tools are arriving. Advancements in quantum computing are reducing the qubits required to crack current encryption standards, pulling the threat timeline forward by years. If you are a high-value target, an executive, a journalist, a political dissident, your past communications are likely already sitting on an adversary server, compromised the day that physical hardware comes online. Enterprise systems take multiple years to migrate to post-quantum cryptography. Because that rollout is slow, the protective window for a decade of historical data has already closed for most organizations. The threat moves directly to the workforce. A Brookings analysis estimates 40% of jobs face significant exposure to AI automation, with administrative roles facing the steepest declines. Much of the economic risk centers on the friction of the transition. An older worker in a displaced industry faces an arduous reskilling process compared to a digital native entering the workforce today. Those without access to high-quality AI tools, formal education, or mentorship will fall further behind. The gap between AI haves and have-nots is poised to dictate the core economic power dynamics of the coming decade. And then there is the psychological toll. We are seeing vulnerable, lonely populations substitute genuine human connection with emotionally engaging AI companion chatbots. Some users develop relationships with these systems that actively crowd out their human support structures. Unchecked integration at this scale fractures both the economic floor we stand on and the mental health networks we rely on to function. Geoffrey Hinton, a Nobel-winning foundational pioneer of the field, estimates a calculated non-zero probability that the development of super-intelligent AI could lead to human extinction. The core scientific deficit is simple. Researchers currently lack a reliable mathematical method to predict exactly how superintelligent systems will behave once they scale beyond our capacity to test them. We have empirical patterns, but we lack certainty. As a result, the world's leading labs are locked in a conflicting race. They are building highly capable models while simultaneously pouring billions into alignment and safety research to keep those models in check. solving the AI alignment problem, ensuring these systems operate strictly within human bounds, represents the primary survival challenge of our current generation. We have to hold two truths at once. The first truth is that AI possesses the capacity to accelerate cures for complex diseases, democratize high-level education globally, and lift vast segments of the population out of poverty. The second truth is that it simultaneously possesses the power to erode objective reality at scale, concentrate global authority, and threaten human continuity. The people telling you AI is purely good are selling a product. The people telling you it is purely evil are selling a panic. You must actively reject both the utopian sales pitches and the apocalyptic fear merchants. Holding both truths simultaneously is the only way to remain informed, calm, and intentional. Let me know in the comments which specific risk concerns you the most and what mitigation strategy you think actually works. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.